Follow on Facebook page at Dr. Zabby's Talk Show.
Aki gbogbo wa nílé lókè lẹ́yìn òdì, aki wa wípé akóbójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí, aki ẹ̀yin ìyá, aki ẹ̀yin bàbá, aki ẹ̀gbọ́n, aki àbúrò. Èmi ọmọ yín olólùfẹ́ yín Dr. Zabby Talk Show, ayé ọpẹ́ yọ, ṣé yọ lọ́dọ̀ títí yín náà ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ayé ọpẹ́ a máa yọ fún wa lórí ọmọ, lórí ìdáwọ́lé wa ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ní ṣàṣetì ní agbára ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo ìdáwọ́lé mi àti ló máa yọrí sí dáadáa. Ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, ẹ̀yin bàbá wa tí ẹ̀ ń kàn wá lọ́wọ́ lórí platform yìí, ọwọ́ wa ò ní kàn sálẹ̀ àpò, àánú gbà, ọ̀rọ̀ wa já sáyọ̀, ajá sọpẹ́ ní agbára ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run. Èwo la mú wá fún wa lọ́jọ́ títí òní wípé kí a sáré ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ṣe máa ń ṣe é. Ṣó já sáyọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ títí yín, lọ́dọ̀ títí wa náà ayọ̀ ló já sí. Mo mọ̀ pé lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ànílẹ̀kùn náà àní dákẹ́ láti máa kàn, a máa kan lẹ̀kùn yẹn ni. A dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ wípé ó ti tó àsìkò. Ọlọ́run gan lóun ń gbọ́ ẹ̀kan wa, ó lóun ń gbọ́ ariwo wa sẹ́ẹ̀. Ọba aláàánú ni, ọba tó máa ń ṣíjú wo àwọn ẹrú ẹ̀ ni, ọba elétí gbọ́rọ̀ gbáròyé ni. Kábíyèsí, àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run torí òun ni ọba tó ju ọba lọ, òun lọba tó máa ń gbàdọ̀bálẹ̀ ọba. Ọba tó máa ń gbàdọ̀bálẹ̀ ọba, òun là ń ké pè ní ojoojúmọ́, tẹkúntẹkún, tẹ̀ríntẹ̀rín, tayọ̀tayọ̀. Àwọn kan gbóra mọ́lẹ̀ wípé ìyà yìí ti tó gẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, nílẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè, àníyà yìí ti tó gẹ́sẹ̀. Àfẹ́rú eléyìí mọ́, àfẹ́ sunkún mọ́, àfẹ́rógun ìbànújẹ́ mọ́, àníbànújẹ́ ó dópin, ẹkún òṣè ó dé òpin, àìríjẹ àìrímọ aláfẹ́ kó dópin sẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn, lọ́lá ẹ̀yin ìyá wa, lọ́lá ẹ̀yin bàbá wa, lọ́lá gbogbo àwọn ancestors wa tó ń tẹ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dó, tó fi ń jẹ́ ilẹ̀ kóòtù òjìrè. Bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Mo kí wa wípé a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa ń bá wa pín ètò wa, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa ń fi comment sílẹ̀ náà mo mọ̀ ọ́ lóore, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa ń bá wa tẹ like náà mo mọ̀ ọ́ lóore, ẹ̀yin tó bá jẹ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tẹ́ ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ìkànnì aláyọ̀ yìí tá ti máa ń gbé oríṣiríṣi yẹ̀wò. Ṣe rá wa lórí ìkànnì Yorùbá ni wá, Yorùbá ní ìran wa, ńṣe la dúró ti àwọn ìran wa wípé a ní láti bọ́ lóko ẹrú sẹ̀, àlò ti di dandan. Láì má gbára wa ní àkókò, ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré lọ ṣe cup of tea ká wá máa bọ́ sí ojú ọpọ́n lóní pẹrẹwu. God bless you, one love.
Ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún òun náà lẹ́nì kejì rẹ̀ tọ́jú rẹ̀.
Zabby Life Foundation àánú lolówó fi rán wa. La fi ń sọpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run àwọn ẹ̀dá tó ń jẹ́ aníparere láyé àwọn èèyàn. Tá a sì ti ń sọpẹ́ pàtàkì gbogbo olólùfẹ́ wa jákèjádò àgbáyé. Àwọn tó ń bá wa gbowó ṣètò ìrànwọ́ yìí lọ́nà kan àbí kejì. Lóòótọ́ ẹ̀yin gan-an lè jìká tí ò jẹ́ kórí ó jábọ́. Lórí ìkànnì Zabby Life Foundation àkàìmọye ènìyàn lọ́lọ́run ti fọwọ́ tọ́ nípa pé ká mú lára bíntín tọ́lọ́run fún wa. Tá a fi ń ṣàánú àwọn èèyàn tó kù díẹ̀ fún láwùjọ wa láì fi tẹ̀sìn, ẹ̀yà, èdè àti àwọ̀ṣe rárá. Sẹ́ẹ̀rí bọ́lọ́run ṣe ń lò wá lórí ìkànnì Zabby Life Foundation. Táwọn fúnni níṣẹ́, gbalẹ̀ fúnni lóúnjẹ. Tá a ti ń sanwó iléèwé àwọn ọmọ tí ò lóbìí àti àwọn ọmọ tó kù díẹ̀ fóbi wọn láwùjọ. Lọ́pọ̀ ìmọ̀ye ìgbà láti yọjú tá a ti gbóúnjẹ lọ fáwọn tó wà nínú ìhámọ́ táwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní correctional center. Lọ́pọ̀ ìgbà tá a bá lọ sílé ìwòsàn fún àbẹ̀wò àti pé ká gba àwọn ènìyàn tí ò rówó san lẹ́yìn ètò ìwòsàn wọn. Àánú á ṣe wá púpọ̀ nítorí ohun mèremère ohun tá a máa ń bá pàdé lọ́hùn àti ọ̀gọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn tó ti parí ètò ìwòsàn tí ò rówó san léyìí tágbára wa nìkan ò lè ká. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí èrò wa ní Zabby Life Foundation àti bí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa ṣe ń sọ wípé kọ́wọ́ jẹ́ tó ti lọ síwájú sí i ló já mọ̀ lógan fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin eléyìí ojú àánú jákèjádò àgbáyé. Wọ́n ràn wá àti jẹ́ kí ètò ìtúbọ̀ tẹ̀ síwájú sí i. Ẹ jájọ pawọ́pọ̀ lé ìṣẹ́ òun ìyà nínú bíntín tọ́lọ́run fún wa. Ẹ lè fi ohunkóhun tẹ́ ẹ bá ní sọwọ́ sí ọ́fíìsì wa nílé number 6 Bremer Street, Sabo, Ṣàgámù, Ògùn State. Tó bá sowó ni ẹ fi sínú àsùnwọ̀n Zabby Life Foundation account níbikíbi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà lágbàáyé. Account number 579-868-6013 FCMB. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i lè pe èyíkéyìí àwọn aṣojú wa nílé +234-812-575-4492 tàbí kẹ́ pé +234-708-434-5696. Bákan náà ni ẹ lè fàtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ tàbí kẹ́ pé Dr. Zabby gan lórí WhatsApp nọ́mbà wọn +447-440-715-542 ní Zabby Life Foundation. Àánú ló jẹ wá lógún.
Aki wá wípé a káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ẹ̀yin olóríire, ọwọ́ yín dà. Ẹ̀yin bàbá olóríire, ọwọ́ yín dà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bímọ olóríire, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bí ọmọ tó jẹ́ wípé wọn ò dojú tì yín, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bí ọmọ tó jẹ́ wípé wà disappointed ní disappointed ní kankan lórí wọn. Àwọn ọmọ yín náà lélẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ìyá olóríire torí wípé kí ni àwọn ọmọ tó bá ti dúró wípé ibi tá a dúró sí ṣe mọ̀ pé mo máa ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà wípé gbogbo àwọn sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ tán dúró ní abẹ́ Chief Sunday Igboho Baba Akintoye lábẹ́ umbrella wọn ọ̀hún ṣìyàn akí bàbá wa Bánjí Akíntóyè kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kán túbọ̀ pẹ́ fún wa akí Chief Sunday Igboho Òòṣà kọ́lọ́run jẹ́ kán pẹ́ fún wa ìnáwó náà ó ti di dandan ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ààbò Ọlọ́run kò ní fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ gbogbo àwa tá à ń lọ náà ààbò Ọlọ́run kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀ ní agbára ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run a máa jọ péjú ṣe ni ìmọ̀ táìmù àwọn ẹni ibi kò ní jọ lé wa lórí ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ẹ bá wa táìpù àmì àṣẹ síbẹ̀ náà ẹ ṣe gan ni now èwo la ní ká gbé yẹ̀wò ìyẹn la máa fi mọ̀ wípé ó ti wọlé wọn rí nǹkan kan ṣe wọn rí nǹkan kan mú ṣe kò sí nǹkan kan tán lè rí mú ṣe nínú nǹkan tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ju wípé kí ni kó ní kálukú kó lọ nílò ẹ̀ bó bá ṣe lè ń kó mọ̀ ibo ní ká gbà wọlé náà ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tí arábìnrin yìí ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ká ìṣẹ̀ tó wá gbé èyí tó jẹ́ gbòógì nínú nǹkan tá a tún fẹ́ gbọ́ ká tó wá gbé wọlé a máa fi nǹkan wé nǹkan ni God bless you.
Of the Nigerian police force from the You can agree with me that more than 50% to 70% of the crimes being committed in this country are done by some of our uniformed men, especially the Nigerian police force. Yes. Just last week, yes, some men of the Nigerian police force from the Rivers State Command were caught after they kidnapped a young man from Aba. They were off duty, kidnapped a young man from Aba, towed him round to Delta, to Bayelsa, down to River State, where they were finally caught. And they took the sum of $3,080 from this guy, which was later refunded. We never even talk that one finish. We never digest them. Another one happened. Some men of the Nigerian police, again in Abuja, stopped a young man and took the sum of 30,300,000 naira from him. The guy reached out to Harrison. According to Harrison, in his latest update, this man has been identified. They are even nowhere to be found. They fled already. But my question is, the ones that they caught first, the guys that were caught for kidnapping a young man from Aba, that their names has been identified, you all will assume that these people's name and these people's faces are supposed to be on the media. Why are they shielding them? Are they supposed to have immunity? Any Nigerian police force engaged in this kind of illegal activity is not supposed to be granted immunity. The person is supposed to be treated like a criminal, just the way they treat other common criminals. And you wonder why these crimes will keep going on. Because when they are caught, they are not being treated like criminals, which is not right. The bad eggs among the Nigerian police force are doing the most in this country. You wonder why we have a lot of checkpoints in Nigeria. From here to here, roadblock. From here to here, checkpoint. But these whole atrocities are still going on. But we are still facing this level of insecurity because most of them are done by some of the bad eggs among the Nigerian police force. It is very easy for them to pass through any checkpoint because they have ID card, because they have means, they know what to say. Why are they shielding them? I bet some of the guys know what is happening. Why will a Nigerian policeman be caught in this kind of act and Nigerians are begging to see their faces? They are criminals. They should be treated as one. Nigeria is so unlucky. We are unlucky with leaders and we are also unlucky with our security men. There should be a total reforming of the Nigerian police force. And shielding them will make these things to go on. When some of these people, when some of these bad eggs are caught, they should be flushed out of the system instead of rebranding them. Because according to Harrison now, the men that took this 30,300,000 from this guy were former SAS officers. Rebranding, these are the things it causes. AOP was stopped in Lagos by some men of the Nigerian police on Mufti, and they could not even imagine a Nigerian police officer that will arrest you for not having a driver's license. A Nigerian police officer that will arrest you for not having your driver's license. They could not provide their ID card. and you think those police officers had good intention, we are gradually getting to a phase in Nigeria whereby you will rather run over a police officer, stopping you, flagging you to stop, than stop to be kidnapped. Because we don't even know which one is the good police, who is the bad police, or the one posing as a police officer that is a kidnapper. The Nigerian police system has gotten bad. They've gotten rotten to this point. And I hope they do something about it. They've variated from collecting money in their various checkpoints to now kidnapping Nigerians, holding people at ransom. They have POS that they use for their transaction. According to Harrison, they trace even down to the POS that they use to collect the money. And they get narrated how and show them how he equally transferred the money back bit to them. Now, the ones that committed this recent crime in Abuja, they fled already. But what about the ones that were caught in Rivers State? Do you know them? Have you seen their faces? No. Why are they shielding them? They are supposed to be treated like criminals. If Nigerian police really want to flush out the bad eggs among them, they should stop protecting them when they are caught. There shouldn't be any form of immunity for a uniformed man that is supposed to be protecting, that is supposed to be upholding the laws. There shouldn't be any immunity to any uniformed person that is caught doing illegal acts, especially involving in this kind of acts of kidnapping. There shouldn't be any form of immunity because you are supposed to uphold the law. You are supposed to protect. So how did we get here? They know they charge for Naira. Now some of them now do Bitcoins. Nigerian police. You all stay safe. When people stop you posing as Nigerian police force or mufti, demand to see their ID card because some of them are moving mad now.
ọ̀rọ̀ la gbọ́ yẹn kọ́lọ́run kò ṣe dáadáa fún wa ibo la fẹ́ dúró dè tá la fẹ́ sá fún àní kò sí ìlú tó ń exist mọ́ because àwọn tó ní kó máa ṣọ́ ìlú gan àwọn ogun ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ jẹ wọn gbowó oṣù ẹ̀rí rèé ẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi nìṣó ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ẹ̀rí wa ẹ̀rí lélẹ́yìí.
Meant to protect the people. Officers were dismissed in Ogun State. They said that they will be charged to court for armed robbery. Another 2 officers were dismissed for armed robbery in Lagos State. They said that they will also be charged to court. You know, this is not to scare anybody. There are still good police officers out there, a lot of them, a lot of good ones. And it happens even outside of Nigeria. Once in a while, an officer will go rogue. But we're talking about it so that you will be careful when you see people in uniform on the road because some officers have done what? They've gone rogue. I absolutely condemn this. I mean, there's no excuse for you to use the uniform and the weapons that are meant to protect the people to oppress the same people and even fire at some of them. At the same time, guys, and this is not to excuse what they did, but really we have to treat our security men and women better in Nigeria. I mean, a soldier went viral recently for complaining that his salary is not enough for him to go and see his family and come back to his station.
Nigeria may give me pass as I do 1 year for my duty today. Now they give me pass, make I go and go see my family. My way to as I come up for bush now I reach park. They tell me say from here to my town 35,000. Now I come calculate 35,000 going and come back, that is 70,000. And 50,000 now my salary where they pay me for this month. But I not give option again. No. I go back to bush.
It's not fair. In fact, it's a national disgrace that those that are putting their lives in danger for our safety cannot afford common transportation. How would they pay school fees? And police officers are also not well paid, and the condition of their barracks are extremely pathetic. So as much as we're condemning those that are going rogue, everybody knows that crime rate increases with the prevalence of poverty. So if people have weapons, but they cannot afford to eat and they cannot afford to feed their children, if they have no fear of God, they may go into crime. Again, we're not excusing it. So as much as we're condemning the officers that are becoming armed robbers, let's also not forget the system that is turning them into criminals. Now, speaking of crimes, guys, you do not want to have a fancy car in Nigeria and have it stolen. God forbid. So please make sure that you contact Car Tracker Nigeria. They will install a tracker on your car, and with their app you can track your car from anywhere in the world. You know exactly where the car is at any given point in time, and you can also alert the police from the app if your car should go missing. Lagos State government is using them to track vehicles, and they're very affordable. So please contact them. Their information is on the screen. Now, these ones are not criminals, but I think you should know, in case you're yet to know, that the 2 constabulary officers that were asking Ichibut for money,
give me money, sir, money.
the ones that were fired when the video went viral, were allegedly not paid for 3 years.
Àgbà sálárì kankan láti ìgbà tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àgbà sálárì kankan.
Kò yé mi 3 months 3 years.
Kíjọba bọ́ síta láti debunk nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn. Wọn ò gba sálárì àwọn nìkan kọ́, wọn ò gba sálárì. Ó yẹ wọ́n sọ fún mi báwo náà ṣe ní máa béèrè ẹ̀gún jẹ. Báwo náà ṣe ní máa béèrè ẹ̀gún jẹ. Oh my God.
Yes, ọdún kẹta oṣù mẹ́ta ni láti dà báyìí a sì gba sálárì kankan.
Wà ní station tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń post wa láti máa lọ ṣiṣẹ́ káàkiri.
3 years, guys, 3 years and 3 months of working with no pay. In fact, before dismissing them, they said that they were jailed for 15 days and that they didn't feed them, they had to feed themselves.
Wọ́n sákàn ní kí wọ́n tì wá mọ́lé, so a dẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀ títí.
Tí ìmọ̀lẹ́ fún ọjọ́ mélòó?
15 days.
Wọ́n fún yín lóúnjẹ.
Wọ́n ò fún wa lóúnjẹ, fúnra wa là ń ra oúnjẹ fúnra ara wa.
Wow. Thanks to Akin Abolade for interviewing them. You guys should watch the entire video. The link will be in my description so you can watch his video. We're not saying that what they did was right. By all means, we condemned it. But the same police force that dismissed them after disgracing them somehow forgot to tell us that, by the way, we did not pay these men for the 3 years that they worked for us. And even when they fired them, they didn't pay them for their time.
So ìgbà tí wọ́n dismiss sir, èló ni wọ́n fún yín?
Wọ́n ò fún wa lówó kankan o.
Of course, they are not the only ones in this situation. Constabularies in several states of Nigeria have been complaining now for years of not getting paid their stipend and allowances. So these were people that were recruited by the federal government to support the police by assisting in community policing. They train them, they give them uniform, they give them weapons to fight insecurity in the grassroots. Some of them are mounting roadblocks, some of them are stationed in different places. But according to the leader of the Oyo State chapter, Mr. Taufik Akinpelu, he said only 2 states pay the salaries of their constabularies, and that is Akwa Ibom and Lagos State. He said that Abuja also gives stipends. Many of them have approached state governors for them to pay, and the governors will tell them, well, you're working for the federal government, I'm not the one that recruited you, it's the federal government. Remember the ones that protested in Osun State in 2022 for not getting paid for 18 months? We talked about it on the show at the time. They said that 3 of their members had died on duty, doing the job that does not pay them. They died because of this job. In fact, some of them talked about Okada riders snatching their wives because they have no money to feed their families. Also, more than 1,000 of them protested in Kwara State in 2022. The video went viral that time. A lot of people were saying police officers are protesting, not being paid. And then the commissioner of police said, oh, they are not part of the police. They don't owe them any salary because it's a voluntary position. And I'm like, okay, so you recruited these people, you trained them. They are working full time, okay? They are working throughout the week. According to them, you promised them stipend and allowances. You're not paying any of this. And now you're telling us that they are volunteers. Like, I don't get it.
Just
and
like
on top
that.
of that, these people are armed. They have weapons. You are telling us that they are volunteering. They have families to feed. I don't know. So they've been volunteering for how many years? Full-time volunteering, that one sounds like a job to me. And they're not the only ones in this situation, guys. There are teachers that have not been paid in a year, and they still keep going to work. There are doctors that have not been paid for several months, which is why a lot of them are leaving the country. And I remember reading in October that non-clinical staff at the University College Hospital in Ibadan were not paid for 34 months. That is 2 years and 8 months. And all these people have family members. And don't even get me started on pensions. Like, really, the pensioners are really suffering in Nigeria. Sometimes they don't get paid for years, guys. These are elderly people. How anybody can do this to the elderly baffles me. Something that should be automated. No, they have to first of all go somewhere.
Iye la máa fi mọ̀ wípé kò lè rọgbọ fún wọn. Àdúrà tiwa nìyẹn. Kò lè rọgbọ. Wọn ò lè rójútu ẹ̀. Ẹ worú àwọn ìyá. Wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní kò tí kú, ìyẹn ò exist mọ́ nsìn. Àwọn tó ti jẹ lówó nìyẹn nísìnyí kò sí pension ní Nàìjíríà. Tó bá ti ṣe tán, ò bá ní iṣẹ́ 5 years ló ṣe, ò bá ṣiṣẹ́ ò bá pé 6 years nísìn. bóyá wọ́n kàn máa ra bóyá chocolate tàbí nǹkan kan, wọ́n á dẹ̀ gbé kéèkì fún ẹ, wọ́n á kọrin fún ẹ nínú ọ́fíìsì ló bá tán. O ò ní owó kankan tó ń retí láti ọwọ́ ìjọba mọ́, kò sí owó kankan. Ìyẹn la máa fi mọ̀ wípé ó ti wọlẹ̀ pátápátá, ó ti wọlẹ̀. Àwa ti ń sọ láti bí 4 years ago láti ń sọ. Láti ń sọ wípé nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ yìí, nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ níwájú yìí, bàbá wa ló kàn, bàbá wa ló kàn. Ṣebí Yorùbá ni, Yorùbá ló fẹ́ gbé fún, kí lẹ tún wá, kí lẹ tún fẹ́.
While our politicians are living large, these are the people that should be fighting our cause, the people that should be fighting for all these things that we're talking about. Lawmakers, for example, according to one of them, are getting close to $40,000 every month, and that's before they increase their constituency allowance, and they're not even using that money to develop their constituencies. You know, this equation is not balanced. You cannot be paying a few people so much money and then be paying the masses minimum wage that cannot even sustain them for the entire month. And on top of that, many of them are not getting paid on time, especially in this economy, and expect crime rates to go down. Let me know what you guys think about this and about the police officers that are going rogue. Again, there's no excuse for that. You cannot become an armed robber when you're supposed to be a police officer.
See the policeman. See what happened.
Ó mọ̀ pé gbogbo wa la máa ti rí eléyìí náà lára nǹkan tó ń sọ nìyẹn. Ẹ wò ó, ìyẹn lè máa fi mọ̀, alébí ń pa ọlọ́pàá, ó ń pa sójà. Ẹ ṣáà rí sójà tó ní 35,000 alọ́ àtàbọ̀, 70,000. Now, èlò ló ń sọ fún òun lóṣù, 50,000 ló ń sọ fún òun lóṣù. 50,000 ló ń sọ fún òun lóṣù. Ọ̀nà ọ̀dà tán ní da elébi kalẹ̀. Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó máa ń béèrè ń sọ ni, tó bá stop, tó bá jẹ́ ọlọ́pàá gidi tó ń já àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe armed robbery o. Ọmọ ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́, ẹ káàsán, ṣàlàáfíà lẹ wà, àwọn ọmọ ńkọ́, báwo nílé, àdúrà wa gbà o. You know, with idea, with style, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa mọ nǹkan tẹ máa mú, because ọ̀hún tọrọ ẹ̀yin náà ti rí. Ṣé wọ́n pé ó yàtọ̀ sí wípé kí lẹ fẹ́ fún wa driving, ọ̀hún tí ẹ̀ ní bèrè driving license gan. Wọ́n ní tọ́lọ́pàá mẹ́wàá wá pàdé ọlọ́pàá mẹ́wàá, bóyá méjì ló wọn bèrè driving license nísìn. Wọ́n máa kí ẹ dáadáa ní, oh, well done, my brother. How's everything? How's your family? I hope everything is okay. Oh, well done, ọ̀gá. Oh, well done, Alhaji. Nǹkan ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí mo ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún wọn ní nǹkan ló bá tán. Kẹ́ máa lọ ní nǹkan tó kù nìyẹn. Ìyẹn lẹ máa fi mọ̀ wípé ó ti wọlẹ̀, ó ti wọlẹ̀. One Nigeria, how market.
I dey carry my mama go hospital. My mother no dey sound. I dey carry this woman dey go hospital. See her, she no dey sound. See what the police dey do me. They begin to molest me. They say motor one carry, say na rock motor. See the man wey dey do am. He say motor wey I carry, say na fake number. Motor one dey drive for how many years? And I dey pass to Selu. Now every day I dey pass this place. See there, see her, see terminal. Yeah, person wey no wear blood dey comot for your head. Person wey dey pass through hypertension, what can't go hospital early morning. They hold me because I young. You know see anything we want to collect money for man. They decide to drive fake vehicle. Say my paper dey fake. See the policeman. See the policeman here. See the policeman here. See the policeman. And the policeman be this. He say anywhere when they shoot, if he see me, he go shoot me. He say anywhere when he see me, he go shoot me. If anything happen to me, one of all these policemen, one of all are responsible. If anything happen to me, if tomorrow they shoot me, if tomorrow you hear say any policeman shoot me, now this man.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó bold enough láti máa ṣe òbúrú ilé. A mọ̀ wípé lótìtọ́ àti òdodo ṣó yẹ kọ́lọ́pàá máa tọrọ owó, bó a mọ̀ wípé ebi gan ń pa ọlọ́pàá. Ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé ọlọ́pàá gan ti wà, ẹ rí oyè àwọn èèyàn tó ń mú nínú ọlọ́pàá tó ń jiyàn gbé tó ń gbowó. Ọlọ́pàá gan ti dààmú àwọn Boko Haram gan jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ papọ̀ ni. Wọ́n fi bò wọ́n sìn, ẹ wo bọ́n ṣe mú wọn sìn. But tí wọn bá ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe, tó bá ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ kán ṣe fún àwọn staff, àwọn ẹlòmíì náà ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ. Bọ́n ṣe mú àwọn kan làwọn míì náà máa jáde torí pé ebi ń pa wọ́n. Ebi ń pa wọ́n. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí Aisha Yusuf sọ.
Certificate forger and all. People are being killed. People's lives are not being protected. Kids are being taken from their houses. They are being killed. And yet, all you're thinking about is to defend, one drug dealing person indicted in drug dealing, certificate forger, and all of that. That doesn't even care about you. So I did all of that and I left. I'm like, what's stupid mentalities that you're telling me, more Aisha Yusufu, that I should leave the country. No, it's Tinubu that will leave the country. Tinubu left before. Did he not go on exile before? He's the same one that will leave that country again, and not Aisha Yusufu. For people use that should leave the country for some people. Nigeria does not have a president. I didn't put water in my mouth when I'm saying it. I am saying it and I am repeating it. Nigeria does not have a president. That thing that is occupying Aso Villa is not that thing rigged his way into office. That is not a president. And you know, there's something my husband always says. Anytime he says that thing, it busts my head. I might not be able to quote him very well. He always says, you know, when people are talking about, oh, are you not afraid your wife will be this or that, your wife will be killed, or you will be killed, this, that. He always says, say, look, he said, I'm not quoting that. We are born here. We are of here. We go nowhere. We die here. This is our country. It happened. DSS. I looked at that, I said DSS. DSS, that useless organization, is the most useless intelligence agency in the world. That Nigerian, that DSS, SSS, they call themselves. Is the most useless of the security agencies in Nigeria. DSS will never have intelligence on people who are terrorizing Nigeria. DSS will never have intelligence on people who are killing Nigeria. It is on innocent citizens that they have intelligence on. It is when they are planning peaceful protests that all of a sudden DSS will have intelligence. People are killing Nigerians in the forest. Where is DSS? That more DSS. They bomb them when they come and arrest me. What are they going to do that terrorists? Oh, they are going to arrest me. Aren't terrorists abducting people, kidnapping people? At least when DSS arrest me, I won't pay ransom. Or what else? They are going to kill me. I was born to die. I'm 50 years old. You think I'm afraid of death? A young girl was killed this year, just this year that we entered, last month, January. A young girl was killed. What was her crime? Nothing. Simply staying in her house. They came, they abducted her and her 5 sisters. They killed her because ransom was not paid. Her result recently came out. She made a first class brain. Was not protected by this country. Citizens are being killed. Children, another one, 13-year-old. She was killed. She's the firstborn of her parents. They kidnapped them at that same time, and they took her because they didn't pay ransom on time. They killed her, and you think I'm better than the people that they're abducting and killing. So if DSS want to kill me, they should feel free and kill me. If it's arrest that they want to arrest me, okay, what is it? I eat once a day, so who is afraid of arrest? Who is afraid of arrest? The people in prison are freer than the people that are outside. At least somebody will be there guarding me. Rather than this one that we are all. Who is guarding us? That they sit and tell me that, oh, DSS, they are talking about you.
Oh my God. Everything Nigeria day. Alo ti bàjẹ́. Ó ti wà nínú ihò. Kó tó di wípé wọ́n gbé fún bàbá. Bàbá náà dẹ̀ mọ̀. Gbogbo akitiyan ẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tó ní five president tó sọ ni. Ó ní kán dúró 10 years. 10 years yẹn ibo làwọn wà ń gbà yẹn. Èèyàn mélòó ló ti fẹ́ kó, èèyàn mélòó gan ló ń kú lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ń sìn. That means ẹ lè rí ṣe nìyẹn. Àwa gan ibi táwa náà dẹ̀ fọkàn sí náà nìyẹn. Because kò ń ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ lè rí ṣe. Kò ń ṣe 6 years ago náà ti sọ wípé Nàìjíríà ti tán.
Gbogbo ká máa dúpẹ́ lórí àbọ̀ gàrí kọ́ di 900 naira bàbá gba ọpẹ́ wa, lórí àpò ráìsì kọ́ di 65,300 naira bàbá gba ìyìn wa, lórí àpò ẹ̀wà kọ́ di 51,500 naira bàbá gba ọpẹ́ wa, lórí dọ́là kọ́ di 1,500 naira bàbá gba ìyìn wa,
500 ìbáwò
kékeré kọ́ di 1,400 naira bàbá gba ọpẹ́ wa, lórí páàkì pure water kọ́ di 400 naira bàbá gba ọpẹ́ wa, lórí crate ẹyin kọ́ di 3,000 naira bàbá gba ìyìn wa. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ní ká fọkàn balẹ̀ nínú gbogbo bàbá, ọkàn wa ò balẹ̀ mọ́. Ọkàn wa ti kó sókè, ọkàn wa ṣe gbìṣìgbìṣì, ebi ń pa mẹ̀kúnnù. Kó má dìgbà tí mẹ̀kúnnù á kú, bàbá gba ọpẹ́ wa. Olúwa Nàìjíríà máa ti discomirọ. Ṣàánú wa, gbà wá lọ́wọ́ ogun discomirọ yẹn. má fojú wa gbolẹ̀, má bojú wa jẹ́ Olúwa, ojú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ti ń bàjẹ́. Ara ti ń kan everybody, ebi ti fọ́ ojú wa dànù Olúwa. Tí ìyà bá ti ẹ̀ ń jẹ wá, tó yẹ kó tún débi oúnjẹ. Ah, Olúwa, mo padà ibọ̀.
Or you go auction am. President Tinubu, you have to daju kala waika. My rearing. If you want dollar to come down, just come to Tele this week. Tell all of us we get domiciliary account. Say if you see more than $1,000 on private, you go seize am or you go auction am. Replace am with naira. You go tell banks we store, even Peter Obi will be your opponent. Peter Obi Bank stored over $1 trillion in dollar for their Fidelity Bank. And he go come out and say, oh, they are not running economy well. You are storing dollar in a country of naira, and you say economy go good. All of them, that you want, even me, auction my money, my brother auction his own, is all the former governors, all the anybody will keep dollar. Auction now, change down to naira for them, give them. Go they spend your naira, no store dollar here. If you want store dollar, go store am for America. If you want store pounds, store am for London. If you want store people, go store am.
Òótọ́ ni ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ìbò àwọn gógó fúnra wọn ò lè ṣe é torí pé àwọn gógó jìn sínú ẹ̀. Tí mi ò bá ṣe mistake, Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá lélẹ̀, ọmọ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá lélẹ̀. Tí mi ò bá ṣe mistake, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi fi sínú comment section bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí mi ò bá ṣe mistake. Ó yẹ kí nǹkan àwọn náà mọ̀, bọ̀ àwọn gógó ò lè ṣe é. Ṣáwọn lè declare pé òkè nǹkan tí àwọn gbé ṣé tó bá tiẹ̀ declare bí ṣe bí òfútù bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ló máa declare fún wa. Ọmọ Tinubu gan ni, ìyàwó ẹ̀ gan ni, security inú ilé ẹ̀ gan, òun gan ní dọ́là lákàùntì. Ibo ló ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n nílé la ti ń kó ẹ̀ṣọ́ ròde. Ṣérú ẹ̀ṣọ́rú àwọn ilé ṣán lè kó lọ sí anywhere, ṣán lè kó lọ òde. Ṣán lè kórú ẹ̀ṣọ́ yẹn, ṣán lè kó. Ẹ má jẹ́ atanra wa, ó ti bàjẹ́, ó ti fọ́ pátápátá. Bó dẹ̀ máa rí nìyẹn, ó máa fọ́ lọlẹ̀ ni. Ó máa fọ́ lọlẹ̀ pátápátá ni torí pé ẹ̀ ń fìyà jẹ àwa tó jẹ́ pé àwa gangan la ní ọrọ̀ ajé. Àìrójú àráyè yẹn kó máa bá ẹ̀yin lọ ni kí ọ̀nà tiwa kó lè là. Ó ní tí kan ò bá bàjẹ́ kan ò ní dá. Torí ìyà tẹ́ fi ń jẹ mẹ̀kúnnù ni. Ẹ wá wo pàǹbárí ẹ̀ níbi tó waste owó sí, tó fìyà jẹ ọmọ Yorùbá, tó fìyà jẹ ọmọ Nàìjíríà náà, tó fìyà ń jẹ wọ́n sí. Ẹ wo èyí tó wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe, kò sẹ́ni tó lè control wọn. Àwọn ọmọ wa máa jáde, wọ́n máa lọ fún engineer, wọ́n máa lọ fún 8 years. At the end of the day, ó máa kúrò nínú engineer tó ṣe yẹn. Tí ò bá níṣẹ́, ó máa lọ máa wá ọ̀kadà. Ẹ máa wá lọ gbé àwọn òyìnbó kan wá, lẹ máa gbé contract fún. Tí òyìnbó ò dẹ̀ gbé contract fún ọmọ Nàìjíríà, ẹ máa wọlé níṣẹ́. Ọlọ́run ó máa fi ọwọ́ agbára ẹ̀, ó ti fi gbé Yorùbá nation, ó ti fi gbé dìde.
Wait, we paid 33 billion on this job since September. Nothing reasonable has been done on the job. And then we are here under our nose, this thing. I was here 2 weeks and I did the same thing, and they continue to feed this thing with, useless laterite. If it's even laterite, it's a different ball game. But this is clear. And by right, it's not supposed to be on the job. Only current registered engineers are allowed to be on our project site. Look at what you people are here. Look at what is happening. All the engineers of the ministry should report to Abuja, immediately, first thing on Monday, including you, and then write to RCC management to proceed to see us. It's a shame.
Honorable Minister, not only you.
I've sent him out of sight. Sent him out of sight. Where is the other woman? You are the acting controller from now. I've indicted you more than 5 different times. Each time I come, you don't seem to know what you are doing. Okay? You don't seem to know what you are doing. I suspended you before. Record you. Look at what you are doing to ourselves. Look at what you are doing to ourselves. At the end of the day, they will call the president, they will call the minister. But look at what you people are doing to the nation. I was here and they did exactly the same thing. And there was nothing in it. And we are paying for sharp sand. And we are paying very high for sharp sand. From today, you're out of the site, including you. 2 of you, you are not qualified to be on the site. And the job should stop. RCC management should see me in Abuja on Monday. For us to respect us. We are not stupid. We are not stupid people. Yeah. Pour water on it for him.
Be pressing it.
Press it. No, it's not finished. Water. So this is the sand. From the volume of what you take it, this is what you have. Is that correct? I'm asking you a question. From the volume of what you've taken, this is the sand. The Federal Executive Council directed that we must have a foreign registered engineer in all our projects, and we have communicated that who is their
mi ò mọ̀ pé mo mute ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Ó mà ṣe o, ẹ wo ibi tí ilé ayé, ẹ wo ibi tó ń ba ilé ayé yẹn jẹ́ dé. Àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń ka ìwé tó lọ lo 8 years ní yunifásitì, àwọn máa jáde hàn ríṣẹ́, àwọn ló máa ṣe lébìrà fún àwọn eléyìí o. Àwọn èèyàn wa, ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa, àwọn ló tún tà wá padà, tó ń tà wá sínú oko ẹrú. Contract tó ń gbé fún wọn tó yẹ káwọn ọmọ wa lè ṣe, kán pe òyìnbó kán wá fún wọn ní training náà ní í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó wà ní position yẹn, tó ní agbára yẹn, àwọn torí pé owó tó fẹ́ bọ́ sí wọn lápò, àwọn máa sọ fún yín pé ẹ jẹ́ á gbé contract yẹn fún àwọn tán lè ṣe ní China, ní UK tàbí ní Japan. Àwọn ọmọ tiwa wá máa ṣe ẹrú lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé àwọn tẹ́ lọ kó wá, wọn ò kàwé tó àwọn ọmọ wa. Wọn ò lọ́gbọ́n yẹn lórí tó àwọn ọmọ wa. Wọn ò ní ọgbọ́n lórí tó àwọn ọmọ titi wa. Ìyẹn lẹ máa fi mọ̀ wípé ó ti wọlẹ̀, Nàìjíríà ti wọlẹ̀, kò lè lọ òkè mọ́, kò lè gòkè mọ́. Yorùbá nation ó máa dìde, Biafra máa dìde lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ìyà yìí pọ̀. Ẹlòmíì wà nílùú òyìnbó, ó ní àbúrò tó jẹ́ pé ó rán lọ sí school. Ọmọ tí ẹni tó rán lọ sí school yẹn tó bí, ó tún ti rán lọ sí school. Ẹ gbọ́, because àbúrò ẹ tó rán lọ sí school gan, ọwọ́ ẹ̀ gan ò tó ẹnu. Òun tún ti wá bímọ gan, ọmọ gan tó tún wá bí yẹn gan, the same, ìwọ náà dẹ̀ lẹ́bi tiẹ̀, ọlọ́mọ tiẹ̀, ó tún ti rán wọn lọ sí school. Kí ló fà á?
Foreign registered engineer. Huh? Are you a foreign engineer?
That's foreign registered. Foreign, I have one.
is correct?
Mining.
Huh?
Mining.
Mining.
Let's go there. Just a location.
You have come under my listing more than 5 different times. You are not fit to supervise this project. You are not fit. We have a section of Enugu Port Harcourt Road. The entire sections are being handled by 4 different contractors. Starting from Enugu, you have CGC, and then you come over to Setraco, you come over to Arab Contractor, and then this section from Aba, down to Eleme Junction is being handled by CCACC. Funding has been a very huge problem of this job, but Mr. President has directed that everything should be done to complete some of the critical routes in all the regions of Nigeria. And that's why I'm going around to inspect some of the critical routes. I was in Makurdi, Abuja, that's Maraba sections to Kefi to Makurdi, Makurdi to Otukbo, Otukbo to Otokba, and then to 9th Mile. And that was on a Thursday and part of Friday. And so today, that's very critical. And then today we are on these sections of, the 4 sections. And the contractor is back to site. I appeal to them. They have been owed, that have not been paid. But we're looking critically at the directive of Mr. President, who is doing everything possible to source for funds to complete a number of critical projects, scattered, all over the regions of Nigeria. And so today, we have agreed with the contractor on how to redesign this route for effectiveness and for both in constant stability. And what we've directed is that don't destroy the existing.
Ṣé tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ń gbé iṣẹ́ fún ń rí àwọn èèyàn olótìtọ́ báyìí tó ń mọ́nítọ̀ wọn understand sí ṣebí òun bá tún rójú tó bá máa wó lọ tó bá máa wó wọn ṣe wà yẹn anything ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ́kùnrin yìí anything ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí torí wípé wọ́n believe pé ó ti wá attack wọn kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ìyá mi, bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àti àbúrò mi, àfi k'Ọlọ́run kó ṣe dáadáa fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré gbọ́ eléyìí, ó possible kí gbogbo wa náà ká ti rí.
To lure their. If you see something like this on the road, please run. Somebody drew my attention to this video.
What are you doing there? If you don't leave that place.
Those of you that are living in Abuja, please be very, very careful. Criminals now use a new strategy to rob and kidnap people. How? They now use young boys that are selling pure water to lure their victims. These boys will be pretending to be selling pure water on the road. Then suddenly, they will deliberately fall down and definitely the bucket will break. And then they will sit beside the road crying just to gain pity from motorists. And one thing I love about Nigerians is that they will never see such and purposely ignore. They will surely come to help. If you see someone crying on the road, out of 10 vehicles that will pass that area, at least one person will come out to help. They now take advantage of this. Once you come out to help this boy, some people from nowhere will just appear and either rob you or take you away. So please be very, very careful. If you see something like this on the road, I am not asking you not to help people. Of course, something like this can happen. But if you must help, please don't come out of your vehicle except it happens in traffic or in a public place. But a lonely road like this, if you must help, you can throw the money from the vehicle. He is not crippled. He will come and take it. But don't come down. Once you come down from a vehicle and try to show sympathy, it's either you get robbed or you are kidnapped. The lady who made this video said that this same boy was seen in Asokoro. Now, this area is another new location. You know, there are a lot of things going on in the country now. There are a lot of hardship and different things going on. So be very, very careful because there are a lot of devil walking around. Wherever you go, always watch your back and don't forget to be prayerful. I was told this is now very rampant. If you see something like this on the road, please ignore. And if you must show sympathy, throw your money from the window. And special shout out to the lady who made this video. Share this video to your relatives, especially the ones in Abuja. Who knows, you might just be saving someone.
Now, akí gbogbo wa wípé a kú ètò, a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí, mo kẹ́yìn ìyá mi, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá mi, kò ní sú wa, kò ní rẹ̀ wá ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. no going back ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Aláàní stop láti máa kanlẹ̀kùn náà. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀ ju gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ lẹ́tà ayọ̀ ìròyìn ayọ̀ ń ló máa jẹ́ titi wa torí orí òdodo làwa dúró lé lórí. A ní àgbọ́dọ̀ wá síbì kan kó má rí nǹkan dáadáa ibẹ̀ láti kọ́. Àwa rí wípé òyìnbó náà ń jà fún ìran tán tí ìbí ni. Òun náà ló gbé àwa kan dìde tá a dúró tí àwọn tán ní òtítọ́ wípé lótìtọ́ àti òdodo ìrìn àjò yìí kò sí aburú ń bẹ̀ láti lè jẹ́ pé káwa náà ká darapọ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwa olólùfẹ́ tí a gbà fún Ọlọ́run wípé Yorùbá nation ó láti dúró ni. A dúpẹ́ a yìn yín wípé jẹ́ kó jẹ́ àwa nìkan. À ń ṣe à ń rí pé ẹ̀yin náà máa ń bá wa pín bẹ́ ṣe ń wò lọ́tún náà lẹ́ ń wò lósì tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń fi àdúrà tẹ̀ fi ń ṣe. Àdúrà kò ní ṣaláì má gbọ́rọ̀ wa. Nǹkan tàdúrà ò ní wá gbọ́ Ọlọ́run ò ní gbé sí èmi àti yín láyà. Níbí báyìí la máa dúró sí ní ọjọ́ títí òní. Mú kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ foundation wa. Ọwọ́ wa ní tẹ ìsàlẹ̀ àpò ń bá jẹ́ 1 naira 2 naira ni lẹ́yìn náà rí fi sí náà. Àrọ́mọdọ́mọ èmi àti yín kò ní gbégbá bára. Mo kí wa wípé a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kí mi wípé a kú ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lèmi náà ń kí yín pé ẹ kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí kò ní sú wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá ní agbára ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run. One love. Ẹ̀yin tí ó jẹ́ nígbà àkọ́kọ́ tẹ́ kó bá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. A kí yín pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa Ètò Aláyọ̀ níbi tá a ti máa ń gbé oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ wò. Léyìí tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ wá lógún bẹ̀ ni wípé báwo la fẹ́ bọ́ nínú oko ẹrú tí a wà. Tẹ́yin náà bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ẹ bá wa subscribe, ẹ bá wa like ètò, ẹ bá wa share, ẹ bá wa fi báwo ló ṣe rí lọ́kàn ẹ̀yin náà pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn ẹ lọ wo àwọn fídíò tá a ti ṣe sẹ́yìn náà kẹ bá wa mú ojú ajé kò ní sọ. Ẹ ṣé gan ni kò ní sú wa kò ní rẹ̀ wá ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Yorùbá nation no going back.
Ẹ wo bóúnjẹ ṣe pọ̀ níbi ìsìnkú ẹni tẹ́ ebi pa kú. Ẹ wo báwọn ènìyàn ṣe pọ̀ níbi ìsìnkú ẹni tí àdágbé àti àdásọ̀ ń pa. Ṣé tíríbùtù wọn yóò wá pọ̀ jù fẹ́ni tá ò rí ti ẹ̀rọ nígbà tó ń bẹ láyé? Ẹ̀yẹ èèyàn wọ̀nyí ẹ̀ ń sunkún fóòkù ẹ̀dẹ̀ kórìíra ẹni tó ń bẹ láyé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ celebrate mi nígbà tí mo ń bẹ láyé. Ẹ support mi nígbà tí mo lè rí. Encourage mi nígbà tí mo ń bẹ láyé. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bá a ṣe péjọ sìnkú la ṣe péjọ fìfẹ́ hàn aláyé. Ìbá ti dára ayé ìbá ti dùdù láti gbé.
Ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún òun náà lẹ́nìkejì rẹ̀ tọ́jú rẹ̀.
Zabi Life Saver Foundation àánú lolówó fi rán wa. La fi ń sọpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run àwọn ẹ̀dá tó ń jẹ́ aníparere láyé àwọn èèyàn. Tá a sì ti ń sọpẹ́ pàtàkì gbogbo olólùfẹ́ wa jákèjádò àgbáyé. Àwọn tó ń bá wa gbowó ṣètò ìrànwọ́ yìí lọ́nà kan àbí kejì. Lóòótọ́ ẹ̀yin gan-an lè jìká tí ò jẹ́ kórí ó jábọ́. Lórí ìkànnì Zabi Life Saver Foundation àkàìmọye ènìyàn lọ́lọ́run ti fọwọ́ tọ́ nípa pé ká mú lára bíntín tọ́lọ́run fún wa. Tá a fi ń ṣàánú àwọn èèyàn tó kù díẹ̀ fún láwùjọ wa láì fi tẹ̀sìn ẹ̀yà èdè àti àwọ̀ṣe rárá. Sẹ́ẹ̀rì bọ́lọ́run ṣe ń lò wá lórí ìkànnì Zabi Life Saver Foundation táwọn fúnni níṣẹ́ gbalẹ̀ fúnni lóúnjẹ tá a ti ń sanwó iléèwé àwọn ọmọ tí ò lóbìí àti àwọn ọmọ tó kù díẹ̀ fóbi wọn láwùjọ lọ́pọ̀ ìmọ̀ye ìgbà láti yọjú tá a ti gbóúnjẹ lọ fáwọn tó wà nínú ìhámọ́ táwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní correctional center lọ́pọ̀ ìgbà tá a bá lọ sílé ìwòsàn fún àbẹ̀wò àti pé ká gba àwọn ènìyàn tí ò rówó san lẹ́yìn ètò ìwòsàn wọn àánú àṣewá púpọ̀ nítorí ohun mèremère ohun tá a máa ń bá pàdé lọ́hùn àti ọ̀gọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn tó ti parí ètò ìwòsàn tí ò rówó san léyìí tágbára wa nìkan ò lè ká gẹ́gẹ́ bí èrò wa ní Zabi Life Saver Foundation àti bí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa ṣe ń sọ wípé kọ́wọ́ jẹ́ tó ti lọ síwájú sí i ló já mọ̀ lógun fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin eléyìí ojú àánú jákèjádò àgbáyé wọ́n ràn wá àti jẹ́ kí ètò ìtúbọ̀ tàn síwájú sí i ẹ jájọ pawọ́pọ̀ lé ìṣẹ́ òun ìyà nínú bíntín tọ́lọ́run fún wa ẹ lè fi ohunkóhun tẹ́ ẹ bá ní sọwọ́ sí ọ́fíìsì wa nílé number 6 Bremer Street Sabo Ṣàgámù Ògùn State tó bá sowó ni ẹ fi sínú àsùnwọ̀n Zabi Life Saver Foundation account níbikíbi tẹ́ ẹ bá wà lágbàáyé account number 579-868-6013 FCMB fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i lè pe èyíkéyìí àwọn aṣojú wa nílé +234-812-575-4492 tàbí kẹ́pẹ́ +234-708-434-5696 bákan náà ní ẹ lè fàtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ tàbí kẹ́pẹ́ Dr. Zabi gan lórí WhatsApp nọ́mbà wọn +447-440-715-542 ní Zabi Life Saver Foundation àánú ló jẹ́ wá.